Lynch, throw in your headphones. We got Hall of Fame writer, broadcaster John Frenzy in the bunker. We have on the phone Air Canada, Brandon Bridge, joining us from Southern Ontario, the newest member of the Peel Region Police Department. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very well. I'll be honest. I was shocked when I heard the news that you were becoming a police officer. Your former teammates say this isn't news, that you've been thinking about this and talking about it for the last couple of years. Take me through the last week, if you don't mind, in this announcement and decision.
Yeah, I mean, like the last week has actually been like a good one. Honestly, it's actually been a positive one. To still be involved with like my community, and yeah, it is something like I've always volunteered with like the cops for the past like 5 years. Ever since like I got into the CFL, every option I would like volunteer with them with like their sporting program. So it's just to be around the guys and like the brotherhood and like the sisterhood that they have there is pretty awesome.
Was this a hard decision for you, Brandon?
It definitely was. It was just a matter of that, like with this. I always loved football. Just that, you know, there's just some parts of football I do not like, and at the stage of my life right now that I want to have something always happening. So I think that this is going to be a great fit for me.
I do too. I mean, the moment I heard it, I just imagined you in a police uniform approaching a vehicle. You look the part. You've got the demeanor. What made you attractive to the police department, by the way? Because I understand the sergeant who hired you was your former coach or something. I mean, can you explain that relationship?
Yeah, he's a superintendent. He's actually he was I knew him when I was about maybe like 13 years old. He coached me. We actually won a championship together. My sophomore year, my 10th grade year for OVFL. It's Ontario Varsity Football League, so it's like the best kids of Mississauga get on like a team. There's like a summer league football. So the best kids of Mississauga will play together. Best teams of Brampton, best teams of Halton, best team of like Toronto, like different parts of like the GTA. Like the best kids from like their high school would team up and have like their own like pretty much like a rep all-star football team and have like a league around it. And he was our coach for that, and that's where the relationship actually stemmed from. He also coached like my older brother, so he was always like involved with like the family. So like he already knew like my family really, really well, and yeah, it was just a good fit.
You know what the question is I have the most for you, Brandon, is what about being a police officer is attractive to you? Because I look at those guys and say they leave their house every day, putting their life on the line. Not for me. Why is it for you?
It's just for you to still like take care of the community, you know. Like I've helped out in every community, like every team I've been in, especially being in college down south. Like any NCAA football player can tell you that like you're involved in the community a lot. Like you have to go to a lot of stuff, and in fast, you know, like for example, like there's a lot of like appearances. But it hits differently now when like it's actually where I'm actually from. Like I can actually relate to the kids a whole lot better than I can relate to other kids. I can relate to like the Canadian kids because like like we have the same passport and whatnot, but like these kids now, I legit walked the same hallway, sat in the same classroom, and like now I just wanted to see like to protect it, like to be able to do that is actually a pretty amazing thing. I love people, like I love being around people, I love communicating with anybody. Like I'm outgoing, I'm like an open book. So if anyone wants to hear anything about me, like I'm always down to talk.
Go ahead, John.
John Lynch here, Brandon. Congratulations on your decision there. Several ex-players have become policemen now, I believe. Who's the guy with the Eskimos, the great defensive tackle there, who is...
Armando Sewell.
Armando Sewell. Either is a policeman now or is definitely going to be a cop. Have you talked to him?
Is he really?
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay.
So you're looking forward to it? When's your first day?
I am. Like, I think with the police, like they always want like ex-athletes because like they know how to like deal with like stress because like the job has like a lot of stress, like comes with it. You know, like you're called upon a lot of things, like you're dispatched to a lot of areas. So like you have to deal with a lot of stress. Like as an athlete, you got to deal with stress. You got to deal with a lot of stuff. So like I think it kind of goes hand in hand. But like I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good thing. It's just a great job. Benefits, pension. Like if you think long term as opposed to thinking like now, like it's just a really good fit because it's like long-term longevity. Like it might not, like you might not be playing football or like you can obviously like I can still play football. I honestly feel like I can still compete. I think personally I feel like I'm like at least the second best option on any CFL team right now. At least I actually truly feel that like in my heart. But like with the police, it's like you have benefits and pension. And that's what we all want: benefits, pension, a salary, and like to make sure like like the kids that I don't have yet, but like my unborn children and like the woman whoever got married is gonna have like a great life. It's like we'll be taken care of.
Yeah, you tell me when you got to go, Brandon, because I could talk to you all day. You mentioned the stress. Talk about how stressful it is being the starting quarterback for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
I will not lie. Actually, the fans, like some fans, I think Sask fans are actually the best fans. I have a lot of love for like Saskatchewan. A lot of them were actually still, showing me like a lot of love during the 2018 season when it wasn't the best one, when a lot of stuff was happening. But yeah, like those fans will definitely they want the best, right? They're actually the best fans. They expect the best, and they want the best. And it is a little bit stressful because like when you lose, like you're not just laying down like your teammates, you're laying down like a whole community that fills up like those seats every day. Like they're not like the other teams in the CFL where like they may not have a lot of fans, but Jazz fans will go out there in any type of weather, rain, sleet, snow. They're going to be out there and like they're Rider Green, so you don't want to disappoint them for sure.
Brandon, it's Darren Dupont here. You mentioned that you'd be the number 2 option on a lot of CFL teams. Is the book closed? Is the option to play football again? Is that over for you in your mind? Are you done?
If the CFL gives me what I want financially, then I'll do it. But if not, I don't see why it doesn't make sense to me. Like I got to think about like my lifestyle, like what's going to happen now, like. Then moving forward, like I can actually just go on like a team right now and accept whatever contract that they give me. But I know like my worth. It's just like everyone knows like what their worth. Like I came into games, won games, and coming from like a handicap of being down 17, 10, whatever the case may be, and I've actually showcased myself pretty well, I would actually say. Like I feel like I have more positive games than negative games than a lot of other quarterbacks that are on teams right now. And
what do you think of the future for the Canadian quarterback in the CFL, Brandon?
It's going to go downhill, honestly, unless we actually give each other like a true chance. We're actually like the Canadian quarterback is actually just a dying breed right now because like kids are going to school and saying like, why am I going to play quarterback? So now you're not going to get the best receivers because like. Obviously, a receiver can't excel without like a quarterback. You're going to see bad football, and I'm going to be like, hey, like, what's the point of like recruiting at this school or going to that school? Because everyone's going to be like, I'm either go play defensive line or offensive line because that's the position that actually gets a fair chance. Other positions, they don't get that fair chance, or like you can't really see how good like a receiver is in like the CIS or OUA, wherever the case may be, because they don't have a person who has a developmental quarterback or that wants to play quarterback because they know that there's no. Like there's nothing that's going to happen with it. Like there's no like reward of playing quarterback in college in Canada. So like I think it's going to die out soon.
Yep, there's no future. And by the way, we've got Mark Mueller coming on a little later on to the Stampeders. Same thing. He was Canadian quarterback. I'll put that to him. But 2 last questions, Brandon. 1, you are all over CFL history. You've major league left your mark. You'll be the last Canadian to start a game. You were drafted high by the Alouettes. Are you proud of the name that you left in the CFL?
I would actually say so. I feel like I could have left like a bigger stamp, but I was able to like make like a change. And I remember in 2017 when I finally like discovered that the Canadian quarterback did not count towards the ratio. And the person who actually pushed me to do it was actually Rob Bagg. And then Kevin Glenn was actually behind me and was fighting for it too. He's like, you should actually do it. Like you should fight for that. And Rob Bagg's the one that actually pushed me. He's like, yo, you should put out on Twitter or something like that and push for it. He's like, it's been over like 100 years, about to be 100 years in like this league, and they do not respect a Canadian quarterback. He's like, you should actually change it. He's like, if you don't change it, then who else is actually going to change it? And Nick Lewis was actually a part of that too. He actually messaged me, said I should do it. Damon Allen, like I got a lot of people that was around me, even who were American, were saying, yeah, like you actually should push it. Like you should push for something like that. Other people are saying that I might get backlash from it. Owners or GMs may not want it, whatever. But like honestly, I just thought about I'm going to do what's right, and I'm about to be a sacrificial lamb for the younger generations to actually get an opportunity. Then it is what it is. And like I'm not comparing myself to Colin Kaepernick, but Colin Kaepernick stood up for something, and he didn't care what was going to be like the reasoning behind like whatever could happen. So I was going to stand up for something, fight for something for the younger generation to have an opportunity to at least get like a chance. I don't want them to jump the same barriers and the same walls that I had to. I just want them to walk my footprints, and hopefully they just have like a bigger foot, and they can leave a bigger imprint than I did.
Well, yeah, that's awesome. The story obviously isn't over yet, so we look forward to see what's next on that, and I love that you're an advocate for it. And my last question for you is, what does your mom think, Brandon? Because you guys have an amazing family. I love those games in Southern Ontario when your mom and I think it was your grandma showed up with the Bridge jerseys, and she would put ribs and chicken on the bus to feed the whole team. I mean, you have a great family. What does your mom think about this announcement, this latest development in your life?
I mean, I would be honest, like, it kind of hurt her because, like, not playing football, because, like, I've only had, honestly, 2 jobs in my life, legit football and policing. So, like, it was actually tough for her to realize that, like, I'm not being an athlete. But she understood the simple fact that I still want to help out. Like, that's why I chose to be, like, a cop and not, like, another job, because, like, I still want to help out with the community and still able to, like, point kids in, like, the right direction. Like, I just love being around people and love directing them wherever, like, I need them to go to be successful in life. And she's actually on board with it. She's just happy that I'm actually still helping out with the community, giving back, because I have so much knowledge, and because, like, if football is officially done, unless CFL gives me what I would want financially, like, I'm going to still help out kids. Like, I'm going to probably on, like, my off time, I'm going to still do, like, quarterback camps or whatnot, or, like, just in, like, individual quarterback development to give them the same type of knowledge that I have. But, like, I know so many connects, like my agent in, like, the NFL, David Mullighetti, was the best agent in the NFL, athletes first. Like, I have so many connections there. Like, I'm connected with Eli and Peyton Manning. I have so many people that I can connect to see, like, where people can go. So, like, I definitely have the football knowledge that I definitely want to bring down and break down and give to, like, the younger youth, and hopefully they can use it and use it, like, in a positive way. But I'll definitely still be around the game. I just know I just cannot be, like, a real full-time coach. I'll just do, like, a quarterback developmental thing and point kids in the right direction.
Brandon, it's not over. This is just the beginning. I can't wait to see how it unfolds. And thanks for coming on with us today. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. You have a wonderful day. Be safe out there.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.